Hi flowers! Welcome to my channel. Today's video is a super fun DIY video. It's a mason jar soap dispenser. And I have one of these in my kitchen. It has my dish soap, but I wanted to make another one for my bathroom, and I thought I would bring you guys along for the ride, kind of. This one's super cute. It has... You can choose to paint it or not paint it. The one in my kitchen is not painted only because since there's so much traffic and so much wetness around it, the paint started to peel off and that was really bugging me. I mean, it didn't look bad, but it was starting to bug me. But the one that I would have in my bathroom, while it would be used a lot, it wouldn't there would be no wet sponges or so much water splashing on it that it would peel off or anything. And this time I will use a sealer, so yeah, TMI right off the bat. But if you'd like to learn how to make the way I make it, then keep watching. All right, so first I will tell you everything you need for this project. Standard mason jar, I forget the ounces, but it's the regular mouth mason jar. I'll link a description, or I'll link it down below in the description bar. You need one of the screwing lids situations to screw it up, and this soap dispenser, I got it at Michael's. It's my favorite one. You can definitely use anyone from any type of pump from any soap thing, but I like this one because it's metal. I can spray paint it if I want, which I will be spray painting. So this was at Michael's. I think it's about $5 or $6, and if you use a coupon you can get it for half off or 40% off depending on the coupon. So you will need this, and you'll need some rubbing alcohol, some cotton pads, paint if you'd like to paint your jar. I will be sanding the jar later, so I have some, I think it's 150 medium grit sandpaper from this big piece, and I just cut off a little piece. Whatever soap you want to put inside your jar, and one of these sponge brush paint thingies. I will link it down below as well because I have no idea what to call this. And in case you do want to paint this part of it, you can use a spray paint or whatever type of paint you want. I'll be using this Rustoleum metallic paint and primer in one in the color Oil Rubbed Bronze, and that's because a lot of accent pieces in my home, including my bathroom, are this kind of color, which I really, really like. And then the sealant thing that I'll use is this satin clear enamel. So I won't be showing the part where I spray paint this one because I want to do it outside and I don't want to take the camera outside, but you just spray paint it once, let it dry for about 15 minutes until it's dry to the touch, give it another coat, then wait another about 15 minutes, and then seal it with the sealant spray and give it a pretty good amount of time just to completely dry. So this is what comes inside of that pack. Okay, so we are going to start off by get all this other stuff out of the way. Don't need this, don't need that, don't need that either. And give this a good shake. And this is the paint. This is a multi-surface premium chalky acrylic paint. Like I said, you can do this any color you want, but I really like whites, creams, beiges, grays, that type of color. And this color is so, so pretty. I painted a few things with this, and it is the color Parchment. I also got this at Michael's. So give this a good shake so that it's not separated or anything. Cool. Alright, so with the alcohol, we're going to take our cotton pad, soak it up, and we will rub the entire mason jar with this, only to get rid of any oils that it might have that won't allow the paint to adhere to it correctly. So rub it all the way, every little part that will come in contact with paint. Alright, that's good. So we're gonna let it dry for a few seconds until it gets nice and dry. Meanwhile, we can give this a little bit of more shakeage. And use this thing to kind of help out the drying process. Okay, I think it's good now. So, give me a second. I have the upper body strength of a kitten, as I like to say. And now that it's open, I'm gonna shake it a little bit more. Excuse all the little bits and pieces falling everywhere, but that won't get on our project, so it's okay. See how it's super thick? All right. Okay, so with our brush, we're gonna dip it in. I like to keep it upside down because I won't go past this lip right here. Since it'll be screwed on and covered, that doesn't bother me much. So we're just gonna start painting on. You don't have to do the bottom if you don't want to. That is entirely up to you. Again, whatever color you want as well, entirely up to you. I also don't care to make all the brush strokes even because it's supposed to look weathered. It's not supposed to be perfect. So any imperfection just adds to the character of it. My personal preference, again, you can do it with all the same style and size brush strokes going in the same direction. This is completely customizable, which is why I like it so much. So you can then pick it up and just go all around. Okay, so we're gonna leave this to dry for a few minutes and I'll be right back when it's time for another coat. Okay, so I looked over my mason jar and the paint is completely dry. I don't need to do another coat. This is plenty of paint right now. Yeah, it's good and it's completely dry. So now I'm gonna take my sandpaper. Again, completely optional. You can keep it as is if that's how you prefer. I like it to look a little bit weathered. It kind of goes with the feel of my house, I guess, kind of. So I'm just gonna take that sandpaper and lightly sand down on the writing. It creates a little bit of dust, but don't worry about that. It's totally fine. Scrape down a little bit where it says Mason. And you can do as little or as much sanding down as your little heart desires. I don't go crazy. I like it to be weathered. I don't like it to be like, dang, what was the point of even painting it if you're gonna make it look like that type of situation. So I'll scrape down a little bit over here, a little bit on the side, for a nice weathered action. And I don't like to sand it down too much to where the brush strokes fade. I like it to look I like to see the brush, excuse the train, we live semi close to a train, but it sounds like it's right outside, it's crazy. But anyways, I like to give it enough sanding to where it looks sanded, but it doesn't take away the prettiness of the brush strokes. And I think that's enough sanding for me right now. Well, I guess I could do a little bit on the back. Just kidding. Mostly at the corners, like where it would get bumped into something or get weathered with time. Just something uniform. And this, a little bit later, I will go over with the sealer. I don't have it at the moment. Oh, it's outside because I just finished spraying everything else. But for the sake of the video, I'm just gonna put it together and show it to you guys as the final product. Okay, so make sure all that stuff, the sanded part, is done. And then you have the base screw thingy that I spray painted and sealed, as well as this part that I already put together and sealed as well. And just so none of the dust gets on here, I'm going to move this out of the way. Okay, that doesn't exist anymore. And again, you can use whatever soap you want. This is a scent that I like. It's nice and calming and soothing, but that'll take too long. So now, I'm just going to fill my soap dispenser. You can order your soap online or get it from Bath & Body Works, or get the massive, the ones that I think are like twice this size and it comes packed of 2 from Costco. So whatever your heart desires. Put this on. Then put this base, screw it on. Nice and tight. And there's your mason jar soap dispenser. It'll take a few pumps to actually get the soap out. I don't want to dispense it on my hand right now. But it'll take a little bit to get the actual soap out. There we go. See? It's super cute. I love these. I hope you enjoyed this DIY, and I'll be seeing you guys soon. Bye.